Okay, so I went away, I traced my drawing onto the paper, and this is what it looks like. So we can see that, let's just take that off there. We can see that there's a fairly faint pencil line, which is good because that's what we want. We don't want it overpowering anything. Now we have to think about the inks, and down this side of the paper next to my painting I'm going to have a little bit of a test area where I'm going to test out inks, and I'm going to test out my colours for mixing the colours for the watercolour. So what I've got is I've got a fine liner, a graphic line maker, 0.1, or sorry, yeah, no, 0.1, and it's black ink, and it says light fast pigment ink, and it doesn't say whether it's waterproof or not, so we're going to test some of these out. I'm using this one as well. This is in French, but it looks very much the same but a different make. It says, I think that says resistant to water. So we're going to test this out just in case. It's always a good idea to test first. You don't want to do a drawing then put watercolour on top and find that it isn't resistant to water. Again, that's 0.1. I'm going to use this pen, which is the Staedtler Marsmatic pen, which is a pen that I was told to get from when I was in college, when I was 16. It's not, the nib isn't 0.5, it is in fact 0.25, because these have, you can change the nibs on these, and it's a very thin nib as well. Quite an expensive pen. I found it the other day while I was cleaning up. We're also going to have a go with some, before we get to the unconventional materials, we are, mind you, I suppose a cocktail stick is quite unconventional. We're going to dip a cocktail stick into India ink, not Indian, India ink, and this should be water resistant when it's dry, so we're going to test it out. We're going to have a go at something a little bit different, and we're going to have a go at using two different food colourings, two different makes, and we're going to test those out to see if they're resistant to water. And we're going to use a nib pen as well, so we've got a few things to try out. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put a piece of paper over there, because if I'm working over here I don't want to smudge that pencil that I've worked very carefully to put down on the paper and be quite accurate about. So we're going to protect that with a piece of paper, and I can put my hand on there, it doesn't matter, it won't smudge the paper. Okay, right,